Hello, racing fans, and welcome back to another edition of Handicappers Corner, brought to you by the Derby Bar and Grill. I'm Mike Hez, our two force to go through the Friday night races at Hastings, August the 26th event. We do have 2 stakes races on the program, 7 races
Sale stakes,
on tap, but we do have the CTHS sales stake for fillies and, of course, for colts. 2 $50,000 races. Should be a lot of fun.
Pick 6 carryovers now at $156,496. Cool. So we're well above the 150 mark. And
it'll be 180 or something. If
I
you
would
can
think
do the
so.
solo winner, and 180, 190 would be a
life-changing gamble.
Yeah,
there.
no, it's cool.
And you're going to have to go deep with 2 two-year-old stake races. It is tough.
First be the only winner, though.
You got to be the only winner. But even if you're getting 6 out of 6, it's still paying well. It paid $1,500.
Yeah, no, it paid well the other night.
On Monday night. And yeah, just so you know, we do run Monday again. We run Friday night.
Monday the 29th.
8 races on tap. First post 5 o'clock. Friday night first post is 7:05, and the first race is a $4,000 non-winners of the year claimant event for older colts and geldings. A true non-winners of the year going a mile and 16th. Field of 7. I landed on the 4 here, the big drop out of the Taylor Anderson barn. Brother Duster adds Amadeo Perez, who's been running very well lately. Adds blinkers. Comes out of, he's running against Proxy Man off the top. Citron Kid, Step Up for the Money. The races he's been running in are much tougher. This spot suits him well. He's eligible because he's a non-winners of 4. I got Brother Duster over the 6, cross the line. This is one that Rob Babin claimed for $8,000 down in Golden Gate off Terry Hollendorfer. And a horse that was on form. He'd been off since March, though. I think he needed one. He did run a $16,000 non-3. Now he winds up in here in the non-winners of the year. He should be a handful in here with a race under his belt here at the local oval. I got him in 2nd. I threw Jordan's Quest in the 3rd spot. There's not a lot of speed for him to be challenged. He is on the outside, so Skylar Whiteson's going to have to work out a trip for him. But I see him going to the lead, and they'll have to pass him to get to the winner's circle, number 7, Jordan's Quest. I went 4, 6, 7.
Yeah, I agree. Brother Duster's your horse to beat. I mean, he's found a field that he should be able to crush. He's a horse that is the only one that's won a race this year, but he is eligible via the non-winners of 4 condition. Running against some pretty tough horses last time, gets into a better spot. Brother Duster's your horse. If he looks like a standalone in here.
Yeah.
I put the 6 horse cross the line. I don't know what to do with the horse. He has some back class. He is good enough, obviously, to win this race by 5 lengths, but he didn't show up much first time out. Maybe he needed a run. We'll see if he gets any better. And I put the 2 horse Halo's Quest in for 3rd. Always kind of like this guy.
This is one you
He's
pick,
a solid shooter that always likes him all 16th at Hastings. He'll run his 147. If it's good enough to win, so be it. If it's not good enough to win, then he'll be 2nd or 3rd, but I think he'll be on the board. I went 4, 6, and 2 in the Friday night opener. On to race number 2. This is the CTHS sales stake fillies division. Got a field of 7 signed on. I ended up on the 3, something better. Obviously a pretty logical pick. Yeah. Good win first time out at Northlands, and then came back here to Hastings. Wasn't eligible for the sales stake in Edmonton, so opted to come out for BC Cup and ran a big race to defeat Anstrom on 21-3. Earned it. This filly, ran very well. Anstrom's the horse I put in for 2nd. Good runner-up effort, closing well. Rossberg archery, excellent breeding here, and this horse could improve. We'll see if he can turn the tables on something better. And I put the 1 horse, Yukon Pell, who's been doing very well in the mornings. She's a nice filly. She could even win this race. She's a Drosselmeyer out of, a very nice mare that made a lot of money at Woodbine, over a couple $100,000. Work tab, a little deceiving, but this horse is better than her works indicate. Antonio Reyes shows up on Yukon Bell. I went 3, 7, 1.
I agree. I mean, I think it's 3 and 7. Those are the 2 that have form that look tough here. They just ran 1, 2 in the last stake. I'm with you. I got 3, something better over Anstrom, the Peter Redekop horse in the 2nd spot. And I threw Sail on By in the 3rd spot. A good 2nd behind Sherry Sugar Rush. A finality out of that good mare Sail Past. So this is one that with a race under her belt, she can move forward. So I put her in the 3rd spot. I went 3, 7, and 5. In the 2-year-old filly part of the sale stake, now it's the boys' turn in the 3rd. Field of 7 here. And I went to the 6 Igor. I was really impressed. I know Dino was high on this horse. Out of the good mare, Great to Be Free, who's thrown Futurity winner Silly Fella. He's a half to Silly Fella. He's a full to Sartorius, who won the Futurity. And I know they like this horse, and he just wasn't really running. That 8th by 27 was just a head scratcher. But he comes back, puts it all together, runs an impressive race in a maiden special weight. And I just see this horse. I think the sky's the limit for this horse. Excuse me. Now he's got a wind under his belt. I could see him moving forward. Top connections. I went Igor on top of Kermode, who's a logical choice in here. Just only got beat a length and a quarter in the nursery on BC Cup Day. Now he adds Richard Hamill, so a significant jockey change there. I got Kermode in the second spot. I put Straight Remark, the horse I actually liked in the BC Cup Nursery. Only got beat 4.5 with Rico Walcott aboard. Now he's reunited with the rider that won on him, Silvino Morales, and you can never count out the River's Edge Racing stable. I got him in third. 6, 1, and 2 for me.
Yeah. I love Brother Rod. The 5 horse is the best horse in this race to me.
I picked him to win.
I loved him last time. He was green. He ran like a first-time starter. Igor had a couple races under his belt. Ran professional, got in good position, beat him. Where Brother Rod didn't get beat far and just did a lot of things wrong. I think this horse will improve, hopefully improve. He'll need to improve. But I think Brother Rod is the horse to beat. I think he's the best horse by a mile. Igor for me for second and Kermode for third. Wasn't really impressed with anyone else. But Brother Rod for me is the horse to beat. I want 5, 6, and 1 in the sales stake. On to the 4th race, $25,000 mate. Actually an optional 25. Going a mile on the 16th, you can be in for 25,000, or you can run for no price. And I've gone to the 6th, Great Promise, a half brother, to Touching Promise, last season's horse of the year, or BC bred horse of the year. He was hung up in the gate last time and had no chance in a stake race. He gets back in. This horse wants to go long. This is what he wants to do, is route, and he's not a sprinter. And this horse. The connection's not enough of him to run him in a stake race, but obviously things went off the rails in the opening 10 jumps out of the race. But Great Promise for me is very alive. I put Sergeant Rick in for second. Not too sure if this horse wants to run long, wants to sprint, but he's a horse that you must respect. He's been running well. And the 8 horse, Cool Candy, a filly, ran well behind some pretty good horses. Omega Victory and Victus, who came back to win a stake. But she is running against the boys. We'll see how she fares. Dennis Orojo rides. And she will get an equipment change, too, going to go in Blankhurst. I went 6, 5, and 8. Circle, I don't know much about from Charlie Essex barn. Usually the Seattle horses struggle up here, but we'll see how that goes. 6, 5, 8.
I went to the 3 Santa Fe Trail. This is one that has improved every time he's ran. Ran against winners last time just so he could go long against Dashing Dawn and Sunscape, and that's pretty tough for a maiden. Only got beat 3 lengths. Now he's in a maiden race that is going long. I like Santa Fe Trail. I put Circle, the Emerald Invader, you just mentioned, out of the Charlie Essex barn. Got a 65 bar in his last running, second for 25, and he attracts leading rider Richard Hamill, so I keep an eye on Circle. And I put Cool Candy in the 3rd spot, as you mentioned. Just got beat a half a length by Victress, who came back to win the Hong Kong Jockey Club for 3-year-old fillies on last Monday. So I threw Cool Candy in there. Another one that should get better as they stretch out. I went 3, 4, and 8 in the 4th. On to the 5th, Fillies and Mares, maiden 4,000, going 6.5 furlongs. Big field of 11 here. I landed on the 6th, Get Aboard. The one dropping for the Mark Luce barn, running for maiden 25, maiden 12.5. Now drops in to maiden 4, and Antonio Reyes and Mark Luce having a very good year together. I put Cashspiel. He's been knocking on the door. She has been knocking on the door, I should say. Good third behind a well-sent-out Me Contessa in her last race, and she was well clear of the 3rd horse. Maya's playing over 3 lengths clear of the 3rd horse. So I got Cashspiel in the 2nd spot, and the other Barb Heads horse, Whiskey Cat. He's way out. He only gets beat a neck, or she does, I'm sorry. Only gets beat a neck for maiden 4. Goes up to maiden 8. Now back in for maiden 4. Amadeo Perez is going to have to work out a trip from the 11 hole, but he's riding well right now. I got Barb's horses 2nd and 3rd. I went 6, 5, and 11.
Yeah, I went to the 5 Cashspiel. Just ran, as you mentioned, ran into a horse that just ran lights out for the level. Mi Consentida. I mean, that horse ran in 19 flat, and usually 120 is good enough to win these races usually, but 119, this horse ran away and hid, and but Cashspiel ran a good race. She's alive. The 6, Get Aboard. I would take 5 and 6. Those are your 2 horses. Yeah. I threw the 1, 2 I see. I had to put someone in for 3rd, but I think 5 and 6 are way above the rest of the field. 5, 6, 1 for me in race number 5. On the 6th race, we do have some
good
little sprint here. $35,000 claimers. Numbers are 2 optional. Actually, numbers are 2 other than 6.5 furlongs. I went to the 4 horse Twist Grips. This is pretty live in here. Got a lot of speed. Bluegrass Angus, he's going. It's in command. Venetian Mass, they're going. Herbie D's going. Captain Jones is going. Clear the Runway's going. Well, let's take the horse that comes from out of it. Let's get Twist Grips, who has been freshened up a bit. This horse has already proven he can beat this caliber. I'm going to go Twist Grips to defeat Herbie D, who is, he's obviously not the same Herbie D we saw win the Long Acres Mile, but he's still a cool dude. Put him in for second, and Bluegrass Angus, who is, I don't know, he's having trouble finding his form. I'm a little worried about him. 4-5-1, but I like Twist Grips.
I went with Herbie D. He's got the back class. Anytime that he's ran, well, he's won a lot of stakes, and whenever he seems to drop just below the stakes, he seems to win. It is his first start of the year, but he's got some nice works coming into it. Rob Gilchrist having a good year, as is Amadeo Perez. I got Herbie D on top, a Bluegrass Angus. Mike just mentioned our top 3-year-old around here last year. He's only got the one start so far this year. That was in June, so there's some question marks.
There's issues with Bluegrass Angus. He's a nice colt, but he's there. I know Craig's. You want to have a horse on track and on a program, and he's just on the tracks, off the tracks, and he's just missing. The horse has got some
to the races,
some issues.
But he's obviously got the talent. He had a very nice work back on August 1st in 46-2, and I didn't want to leave him off. I had to throw him in there because he does have the talent. So him in second, and Clear the Runway, who just had an impressive score for optional 25. He obviously fits in here as well. I went 5, 1, and 7th in the 6th. Onto the nightcap, 4,000 non-3, going 6.5 furlongs for older boys. Field of 8 here, and I landed on the 4. Let's have a double out of the John Snow Barn. Just missed behind Mr. Candy last time. Mr. Candy came back to win off of that as well. So I'm all about Let's Have a Double. He ran into a tough horse last time, and again, he was 4 lengths clear of the third horse, Strangely Rousing. So I got Let's Have a Double on top of the 1, Stallman Pete. Not sure what happened last time, but the time before that, he just gets beaten nose by Bridge Baron, and Rob Maven's horse has been running well lately, so I put him in the 2nd spot and Strangely Rousing in the 3rd spot. I went 4, 1, and 3.
Yeah, I agree with the 4. Let's Have a Double. This horse is live in here. He's probably a single, probably your best bet of the day.
Yeah.
Let's Have a Double. He's facing a field that he's beaten convincingly. Ran into a tough one, and Mr. Candy, who came back to win. I mean, this is like handicapping 101. This horse has got to win, but I hate having obvious horses, but this looks like the obvious horse of the day. I put the 3 horse Strangely Rousing and the 2 Stone Ridge Ruler in behind. Both those horses have pretty good, sneaky good form. That especially Stone Ridge Ruler. This horse didn't get the best of trips last time. Give this one another chance to be on the board. So I went 4-3-2 to close it out on the Friday night program. Next up on screen, we've had our analysis now. We'll have a quick recap of our selections. Back in race number 1, one of the 4 horse. Brother Duster, 4, 6, and 2 for me in the Friday night opener. Race number 2, I went to the 3, Something Better, or the 7, Anstrom, and the 1, Yukon Bell. The 2nd division of the sales stake. The 3rd race went to the 5, Brother Rod, 5, 6, and 1. Race number 4 went to the 6, Great Promise, 6, 5, 8. Race number 5, the 5, Cash Spiel over the 6, Get Aboard, and the 1, 2, IC. Race number 6, like Twist Grips. I think he's going to run a while. 4, 5, and 1. And in the 7th and final, I went 4. Let's Have a Double. 4-3-2. Now on to Drew.
Back in the first, I agree with Mike. I went to the 4, Brother Duster, over the 6 and the 7. In the 2nd race, the fillies end of the sale stake, I went to the 3, Something Better, over the 7, Anstrom, and the 5, Sail On By. In the 3rd, the boys end of the sale stake, I went to the 6, Igor, over the 1, Kermode, and the 2, Straight Remark. In the 4th, I went to number 3, Santa Fe Trail, over the 4 and the 8. In the 5th, I went to the 6, Get Aboard, over the 5 and the 11. In the 6th, I went to the classy old horse, number 5, Herbie D, over the 1 and the 7. And in the nightcap, I agree with Mike, number 4, Let's Have a Double, over the 1 and the 3.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning into the August the 26th edition of Handicappers Corner. Just a quick reminder, if you can't make it out to the track, our first race is at 7 o'clock. Yep. If you're out in the South Surrey area, come on here to the Derby Barn Grill.
We will have it on the big screen.
Yes,
here,
it will. The Delmar starts late, so Delmar simulcasting as well. So lots going on the Friday night here at the Derby Barn Grill. Our next live card is next Monday, 5 o'clock post. We have 8 races on the Monday
card, yeah.
Kind of a twilight card starting at 5 o'clock, but 8 races for Monday. And the Derby Barn Grill, of course, will be open once again on Monday. Not usually open on Mondays past 2 o'clock, but
we are
it will be open on next
races,
Monday.
yeah.
until the last race at Hastings. So do come on out if you are not heading to Hastings, fighting the P&E stuff, and it should be a lot of fun. A great weekend of racing. Once again, Friday, Monday are our cards. On behalf of Drew, thanks everyone for tuning in. Hopefully giving you some winners, and we wish you lots of luck in your investments. And we'll see you next time here on Handicappers Corner.